Continues to focus on our goon MP, as we are calling him, barred from flying on multiple airlines, now staring at a criminal case. Shiv Sena MP Ravindra Gaikwad is in a tight spot a day after assaulting an Air India employee with slippers. But Gaikwad is unrepentant. The parliamentarian now threatens more rowdiness and is blaming Air India instead.
माफी मांगने का सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता.
This is Ravindra Gaikwad, a member of parliament. Shamelessly boasting how he thrashed a man much elder to him. He is elected to serve the people, but sees them as lesser mortals.
चिल्लर आदमी एमपी को कुछ भी बोलता है, सुनना. चिल्लर आदमी मोदी को बोलता है, मोदी को कंप्लेन करो. मोदी बोलने का तरीका है, इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी हैं.
Now Gaikwad has been grounded for his obnoxious behavior, barred from flying by at least 6 airlines. But according to the Union Minister of State for Law, no such legal provision exists.
मुझे नहीं लगता कि ऐसे रेगुलेशन हो कि पैसेंजर को परमानेंट उसको रिफ्यूज किया जा सकता है. अगर रेगुलेशन अगर है तो जिसको ट्रेवल डिनाई किया है उसको चैलेंज कर सकते हैं वो.
The Shiv Sainik is unrepentant, daring to threaten more rowdiness, even filing a counter complaint with the police.
अरे ब्लैकलिस्ट क्या करेगा? और उसको तो मुझे ले जाना ही पड़ेगा आज. मैं तो उधर हंगामा करूंगा. और
The Lok Sabha speaker says she is waiting for complaints to take action.
ये हवाई जहाज में कुछ हुआ है. It is not in Parliament House anything has happened. कि मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं आया है. कुछ आता है, कोई मुझे विशेष रूप से लिख के देगा तो मैं देखूंगी.
Gaikwad's own party, the Shiv Sena, made some comments that appeared more condoning than condemning. The victim of Gaikwad's attack is waiting for justice, making a simple appeal for decent behavior. Now the VIP Gunda League is growing.
जो अधिकारी कुछ ऐसे है वो लातों से बातों से मानते नहीं. मैंने अभी तक कम से कम 20 जन को मारा. कि गायकवाड़ के साथ खड़ा रहूंगा.
More than a day after his criminal act, MP Gaikwad is still roaming freely.
पुलिस के आगे क्या सोचना है उद्धव जी तय करेंगे.
No remorse and total arrogance. Mr. Gaikwad's rightful place is the lockup and not parliament. With Ashok Singhal, Supriya Bharadwaj and Kamlesh Sutar. Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, a video has surfaced that showed the scuffle between the MP Ravindra Gaikwad and the Air India staffer Sukumar. Let's show you what exactly was said in that heated conversation.
कौन जाके बोलेगा? बुला सर चाहिए ऐसे बुलाओ. सुमेश
You're a role model, no? हम कैसे कोई सोच सकते हैं? हाँ, पार्लियामेंट कौन पहुंच सकते हैं सर? कोई नहीं पहुंच सकता पार्लियामेंट को. और ये छोटे आदमी के बोले कि आप अपना आना क्यों अंदर? आप जेल में क्यों जाना चाहते हैं? आप टैक्स देंगे सर, मर्डर केस हो जाएगा ना सर? नहीं सर, बहुत मुश्किल से आए हैं आप इस स्टेज पे. बहुत मुश्किल से आपको ये जगह मिली है ना. यू आर अ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव, यू आर अ डेमोक्रेटिक लीडर. वी हैव इलेक्टेड यू. वी हैव इलेक्टेड यू. प्लीज डोंट डू एनीथिंग सिली फॉर अ स्टूपिड मैन. वो पागल है तो आप जैसे बात
जी वो अंदर क्यों आया?
हाँ, तो आप ये बोलते ना, यू डोंट गेट आउट. बस हाँ, वो उनको नहीं आएंगे. He was not talking the proper way.
And earlier today, my colleague Rahul Kaval spoke exclusively to the Minister of State for Civil Aviation, Jayant Sinha, and the Air India staffer and the complainant in the case, Sukumar. Listen in to what the minister and the complainant had to say.
We have to take into account what has been done around the world with these kinds of no-fly lists. We have to take into account what is required to prevent this kind of unruly behavior. And let me be very clear that no citizen, whether they are elected representatives or whether they are public officials of any kind, are above the law. The law is supreme and we all have to adhere to the law. And of course we have to stay within the framework of the law. So let me be absolutely clear about that. But really what is important for us as policymakers is to understand, what should be the nature of this no-fly list. How should this be established? We need to consult with stakeholders. It's a very important policy that will be promulgated if indeed we establish this no-fly list. What kinds of incidents will attract what kinds of penalties? How long will people not be allowed to fly? All of those logistics, all of those very important details in this kind of a situation can only be arrived at through a thorough public consultation process, and that's really what we are embarking on now.
Minister, can you commit a deadline, a timeline for us, sir? Is there a specific timeline in which you'd like to achieve this?
I don't think we can put a timeline on something like this. This has to be done in a way that protects all interests. There will be people who might feel like it's being unjustly applied, and so we have to make sure that all these interests are balanced, that it has appropriate public consultation, and that we put something in place that is going to be robust and will work for all the various different stakeholders concerned.
That's very important, very reassuring. Mr. Sukumar, the minister saying there should be a no-fly list. That is not as if you can just come in, do this, think that it will be okay a few days later. If you act with another Sukumar in the way that this MP did, you're banned for life.
Yes, it's a very, very good decision he has taken, and let me tell you, I am happy with it. But before that, I would like to say something. I am very happy with the Air India management, with all the members of my industry who came in support for me. I am happy, and I think they should all get together and see to it that no unruly or untoward incident is taken for granted.
Let me ask the big questions then tonight. Why is the Shiv Sena not taking any action even now against its MP, Mr. Gaikwad? Does the Shiv Sena condone Mr. Gaikwad's hooliganism? Should the Sena make the MP at least apologize, or else should he be sacked? Why can't Parliament take action against the Sena MP? Why are the police not arresting the Sena MP Gaikwad? Should VVIPs be stripped of their privileges? Do they take Air India in particular for granted? Those are some of the questions. Let's go straight to my face-off. And joining me now on my face-off this evening is Mr. Anand Tare, senior leader of the Shiv Sena, and Jitendra Bhargava, former director at Air India. Appreciate both of you joining us. Mr. Tare, please explain the Shiv Sena's position. Now even an FIR has been filed, Mr. Tare. FIR भी फाइल हुआ है, इसके बावजूद शिव सेना कह रही है ये इंडिविजुअल मामला है, इस पे पार्टी का कोई लेना देना नहीं है. ये किस तरह की राजनीति है कि कोई एमपी इस तरह का बर्ताव करता है और पार्टी कहती है इंडिविजुअल मामला है, पार्टी इससे दूर हट रही है. एफआईआर भी फाइल हुआ है. कब तक ऐसे आप पार्टी बचाते रहेंगे गायकवाड़ जी को?
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं. You see, first thing, he has taken the business class ticket. We cannot support this incident, but same the time Air India has issued the business class ticket. My question to the Bhargava Sahab, why he has allowed to enter in the plane? Only he should have stopped that there is no business class.
No, we will discuss the business class ticket later. First, he has no business. First, he has no business of hitting an employee. That's the first thing. He has absolutely no. He has shown no. He's refusing to apologize. He's actually blaming Air India. What is this?
Rajdeep, I can answer this question.
No, I'll let you answer.
If he has a problem on it, I can answer it.
I will let you answer, Mr. Bhargava, but first let Mr. Tare respond. Mr. Tare, your MP is refusing to apologize.
Yeah, Rajdeep ji, you see, law can do their work individually. Shiv Sena is not supporting, he has to face whatever clauses or
सस्पेंड हिम,
दर्ज
सस्पेंड
उनके
हिम।
पास जो दर्ज किया उसे फेस करेंगे।
आप उसे
गायकवाड़।
सस्पेंड करिए, आप उसे सस्पेंड तो करिए।
हाउ व्हाई नहीं देखो, शिवसेना का जो स्टाइल है वो स्टाइल ही है। आप देखो ये एयर इंडिया का पोजीशन क्यों ऐसा हो गया है? व्हाई दिस एयर इंडिया इज नाउ गोइंग टू लॉस एंड देयर
You are blaming Air India.
Not
You are blaming Air India.
You must have seen that visuals.
नहीं ये
Yes,
क्या
Air
बात?
India. You see
ये
the
क्या
Air
बात
India,
हुई?
that lady, one MP. You see one MP was a question and was one flight hostage, air hostage, that so many times you have seen that visuals. Why senior most officers are not come in the plane and ask him?
Jitendra Bhargava, you are hearing,
See,
you are
one
hearing,
lady,
Mr.
that
Tare.
is, I think
No,
so,
no,
the air
one minute,
hostages-
Mr. Tare, you are unwilling to apologize and your MP is unwilling to apologize, and today you are blaming Air India. But respond, Jitendra Bhargava, to what you are hearing from the Shiv Sena
No, no,
leader.
we are,
No, one minute, one minute.
We are not supporting this incident.
No,
We
you are not supporting.
this incident.
You are not supporting,
We are
but you will not
supporting this
suspend him.
incident.
You are-
But on the other hand,
You will not suspend him. You are not asking for him to apologize, but you are saying.
After you see the after the inquiry, our chief party, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray Sahib, will decide what to do about that MP.
Okay, Jitendra Bhargava
Now,
respond.
what is hurry to suspend
Okay,
him?
let Jitendra Bhargava respond. Jitendra Bhargava, you've heard the various issues being
You see,
raised by the Shiv Sena leader.
First 24 hours should have been more than adequate for Shiv Sena to get all the facts. Let me repeat for his benefit. Air India operates flights to many cities where one flight has business class and the other does not have, which is a whole economy configuration aircraft is deployed. Since he had an open ticket, I reiterate open ticket, so that he could travel and decide on whichever flight he wanted to take, a flight with a business class or flight with an economy class ticket. So he had a business class ticket, nothing wrong about it. Air India manager 2 days prior to his departure rings them up, rings his office and tells them that the flight on which you are booking the member of parliament does not have business class. So he came to the airport, he got the boarding card of economy class. He should have said at that time, I don't wish to travel. Now you cannot travel all the way from Pune to Delhi and then create a scene at the Delhi airport, which is simply not acceptable. And this kind of behavior, let me explain this way. One, taking law in the hand, and he has been citing the instance of an air hostess pleading, please, after 30-40 minutes of pleading by Air India to please get off the aircraft because the aircraft is to be utilized for operating the flight to Goa, he did not do it. He kept insisting the CMD must come. Question is, he's a member of parliament, he could have got off the aircraft, spoken to the minister, he has access to the minister. Why are you wanting to create a scene? Now, there is no way that you can say he can justify his action. In my opinion, 24 hours were more than adequate and the facts are very much on the table for Shiv Sena to take action against him.
You know, the question is, Mr. Tare, सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये है आपके सामने कि आपकी पार्टी एक तरह से इस एमपी को बचाने में लगी है। आज आप कह रहे हैं कि एयर इंडिया की गलती है। एक एमपी को किसने इतना अधिकार दिया? ये वीवीआईपी, आपको वीवीआईपी अधिकार का दुरुपयोग है। You are misusing the VVIP privilege. You are beating up some employee, and today you all are coming on this program and blaming Air India. First thing, you should be ensuring that the MP is reprimanded, that the MP is suspended, that action is taken against the MP. That should be your first aim. ये किस तरह ये पार्टी की ठोकशाही की परंपरा हो गई? हम लोग लोकशाही में रहते हैं सर, ठोकशाही में नहीं।
देखो साहब, ये they are lawmaker.
Yes.
And the person who is getting the salary from the country or Air India, asking their questions, so many questions they are asking you, get out. What is this?
No, why?
Lawmaker.
No, sir.
There was no mention of the word get out. I don't think anybody used the word get out on the aircraft.
Yes, seen in the paper, we have read the paper.
No, sir, the word get out was not used.
The bad treatment.
Then what is the bad treatment? I take out my chappal and beat someone. Tare Sahib, इसका मतलब नहीं कि मैं चप्पल उठा के किसी को मारूं, ये क्या है? Sir, my point is today you should be take Shiv Sena should show कि वो ठोकशाही का जमाना अब चला गया, लोकशाही का जमाना है sir. If the MP has made a mistake, you should apologize. At the very least, MP is refusing to apologize. You are refusing to apologize on this program. आप तो कम से कम क्षमा मांगो.
देखो, जब उनकी गलती साबित हो जाएंगी तो उसमें कुछ सवाल नहीं बनता है, मगर आज के तारीख में एक की पिटाई किया तो इतना ही होता है. जिसको किया वो क्या बोलता है, गॉड सेव इंडिया इफ दिस इज द कल्चर एंड द बिहेवियर ऑफ आवर एमपी सेज असल्ट विक्टिम. उनको कश्मीर में भेजो, उनको ऐसे जगह में भेजो जहाँ पे कंट्री का क्या है.
सर
ये
सर
शिवसेना मुंबई में देशभक्त देश राष्ट्र
सर ये देशभक्ति हो गई,
जी रहे हैं
देशभक्ति.
ऐसे आदमी को कानून बनाने वाला आदमी,
अरे क्या कानून बनाने वाला आदमी कानून तोड़ रहा है.
40,000 पगार लेने
सॉरी
वाला
सर,
4 लाख लोगों से चुन के आते हैं
सर. वो सर आप चुन के आए तो क्या हो गया.
जयदीप से आप देखो.
नो सर, मिस्टर तारे,
लोग चुन के देते
सर. इवन इफ यू आर इलेक्टेड, सो व्हाट.
क्या तो क्या हो गया बोले तो.
यू आर पार्ट ऑफ द, यू आर अकाउंटेबल टू द पीपल ऑफ दिस कंट्री.
आई कैनॉट से दैट चुन के आकर के किसी, नहीं, यस दैट इज देयर. आई कैनॉट से द चुन के आकर के किसी को मारो, ऐसा नहीं मैं बोल सकता. मगर सेम टाइम शुड बी रिस्पेक्टेड. He is a lawmaker.
Sir, he has to respect others. He has to earn respect. Just because you are a parliamentarian, you cannot demand respect. तारे साहब,
ये करो.
ये क्या बात हो गई सर, ये क्या बात हो गई. ये वीवीआईपी प्रिविलेज का दुरुपयोग है सर.
Senior, they should ask some senior officer and they should request that. What is there?
You know, I am very surprised. I am very surprised with your behavior today, sir. I am surprised that you are justifying and blaming Air India in a way. But respond to this, Jitendra Bhargava. नहीं, आपने देशभक्ति की बात कर दी. आपने कहा ये देशभक्ति की बात है, लोग उनको चुन कर लाते हैं. But Jitendra Bhargava, what? Are you surprised? Are you surprised by what you have seen? Do you believe this has happened for many years? People have misused their privileges with Air India in particular. They have treated Air India like an extension of their own private company.
Rajdeep, I will divide it into two. Okay, privileges are one thing, but this incident is totally another. You cannot be mixing the two, and here was a totally obnoxious behavior on the part of the member of parliament on flight without any provocation. They cannot be justifying it. Mr. Sanjay Raut has gone on television to say that Air India is not performing well. You are aware of it, that I have penned a full book, The Descent of Air India. I know what the weakness is it, but it is not as bad as he's trying to make out. And to justify this incident by blaming Air India's other problems is absolutely not acceptable. And this is a very poor defense being put forward by Shiv Sena. They must apologize unconditionally. They know they are in the wrong. How much more evidence do they want? 24 hours are long enough. And look at the kind of damage they are causing to the Shiv Sena's reputation itself. Because of one member of parliament who not only beat up an employee with sandal, as he says, 25 times, and he goes about bragging on television. What kind of shame can we have from this kind of a thing? You know, it's simply unacceptable. I don't think we've had a scenario where somebody has gone to this extent and then bragged about it.
You know, this is
delaying a flight looks a very minuscule. Delaying a flight,
right,
throwing your weight around at the airport is a very minuscule thing in comparison to what has happened yesterday.
You know, the point, Mr. Tare, and a very simple point that I'm going to raise with you. The time has come, sir, that you cannot treat Air India as your private property. And you cannot believe that if someone asks you questions, then that person has to be hit, that person has to be slapped. That is unacceptable. This is completely unacceptable. इसमें ना महाराष्ट्र की अस्मिता का सवाल आता है या देशभक्ति का सवाल आता है. आपने महाराष्ट्र की अस्मिता को भी चोट पहुंचाई है आज और देश को भी एक चोट पहुंचाई है. क्या है सर, ये क्या है? इसमें अस्मिता की बात है. इज दिस द महाराष्ट्र ऑफ शिवाजी? क्या शिवाजी ऐसा करते? आप शिव सेना है, आप शिवाजी के नाम पे इस तरह की बात करते हैं, एक निहत्थे व्यक्ति पर आप हाथ उठाते हैं. ये क्या बात है सर? और आप मुस्कुरा रहे हैं.
देखो, कानून किसी ने भी हाथ में देना नहीं चाहिए. ये शिवसेना प्रॉपर्टी खुद की नहीं समझ रहे हैं, मगर जो काम कर रहे वर्कर्स है, द सर्विंग पीपल शुड नॉट ऑल्सो से थिंक दैट दिस इज एयर इंडिया इज अपने बाप की है. एमपी को इतना ट्रीट करते हैं तो कॉमन आदमी को क्या हालत होती है?
नहीं सर, एयर इंडिया को नहीं, आपके एमपी को लगा कि एयर इंडिया उसके बाप की है. आपके एमपी को लग गया कि एयर इंडिया उसके बाप की है, मैं बैठ गया हूं, मुझे बिजनेस क्लास टिकट नहीं मिलेगी तो मैं वहीं बैठूंगा। उस फ्लाइट पे बिजनेस क्लास था नहीं, उस फ्लाइट पे बिजनेस क्लास था नहीं।
खाली नहीं नहीं सब देखो, नहीं था तो उनको प्लेन में क्यों चढ़ने को दिया? Why he is allowed to enter in the plane only?
Jitendra Bhargava, please explain. Please explain to Mr. Tare.
Go to for the other plane.
राजदीप, अनंत तारे जी, आप एब्सर्डिटी की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं।
हाँ,
उनके पास में बिजनेस क्लास टिकट था, सुन लीजिए मेरी बात को बड़े प्यार से। उनके पास बिजनेस क्लास टिकट था जो कि ओपन टिकट था। जब उनकी बुकिंग की गई फ्लाइट के ऊपर में तो एयर इंडिया के मैनेजर ने उनको ऑफिस को सूचित किया कि जिस विमान पे वो जा रहे हैं उसमें बिजनेस क्लास नहीं है। तो गलती किसकी है? उनकी। दूसरी बात, जब वो एयरपोर्ट पे आए उनको बोर्डिंग कार्ड मिला और वो कल अपना बोर्डिंग कार्ड दिखा रहे थे, उसमें इकोनॉमी क्लास लिखा है। तो उनको चढ़ने के पहले पता था कि वो इकोनॉमी क्लास में ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, बिजनेस क्लास में ट्रैवल नहीं कर रहे हैं। और ये क्या तमाशा है कि आप पूना से दिल्ली आ जाओ, वहां पे तो डिसीजन नहीं लेते नहीं जाने का, और वहां पे आके बोलते हैं कि मेरे को बिजनेस क्लास क्यों नहीं मिला। अगर नहीं मिला तो आप क्यों आए थे वहां पर? और आपको पूरा हक था, अधिकार है कि आप मंत्री जी को फोन करिए, एयर इंडिया सीएमडी को फोन करिए, उनको अपना बताइए।
तारे जी, आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क यू वन लास्ट टाइम, are you going to in some way act against this MP or not? Or are you going to blame Air India all the time and say what this MP did is the right? Are you going to suspend? Are you going to act against this MP? FIR has been filed against him. Are you going to act against Mr. Gaikwad, or are you going to blame Air India in every program from now on? Is this the new strategy of Shiv Sena which will encourage people? Maar do, ठोकशाही करो, लोकशाही की जरूरत नहीं है।
नहीं, Rajiv ji, one thing I will disclose you that Mr. Gaikwad MP is not only MP but he is a professor. He is a pradhyapak. He is professor.
That is even more shameful.
His temper. Why his temper is gone? Something must be. You must have.
Sir, now you are saying कि professor है. Sir, इस तरह के professor है तो student क्या बनेंगे?
As far as the action for the action. एक्शन लेने का जो बात आप कह रहे हैं, दैट इज डिपेंड्स ऑन आवर चीफ उद्धव जी ठाकरे साहब।
I will wait.
Take whatever action he feels suit.
I will wait and see if Uddhav Thackeray takes any action at all. What action would you like to see, Mr. Bhargava? You are today speaking not just as a former director of Air India, but as a citizen of this country. What would you like to see happen? What do you believe, Mr. Bhargava, should happen?
I am expressing my outrage as a citizen. Now, question is a threefold action. A, Shiv Sena chief should get such kind of people out of the organization because he leaves a bad impression, and I'm a voter in Mumbai, and I will never vote for a party which encourages such hooliganism. Number two, for the Lok Sabha speaker to act and see to it that his tenure is terminated. And the third is the police must proceed expeditiously. Any delay would mean that either the government is shielding him or the party is putting political pressure.
Can he be stopped from flying forever?
Kind of a thing to happen.
Can he be stopped from flying forever?
Oh yes, there are regulations to it, and when you are issued a ticket, Air India reserves the right. It does not give you a guarantee that you can fly. And the decision taken by the FIA and Air India is a very welcome decision, and more so because it shows unity amongst all the airlines. Because if it has happened yesterday with an Air India employee, it can happen with employees of any organization. If yesterday was an unfortunate day, today is a very fortunate day for this thing, because we're seeing an unprecedented unity amongst all carriers to sympathize with what has happened to an Air India employee and taking action which goes across all airlines. It's a very, very welcome feature.
Let's hope then that the least that can be done is Mr. Gaikwad is told, next time, please travel by bus. If you want to travel from Pune to Delhi, or certainly you won't be taken on a flight. Not unless you have a contrite apology that you make to the employee of Air India. I appreciate Mr. Tare. I don't like the smile, Mr. Tare. I don't blame you. But the smile suggests that you believe nothing will change. And that is what troubles me. Thank you very much also.
You see, Mr. Bhargav says that Sumitra Mahajan should take action.
Yes.
But jurisdiction is not there. She can take action within the premises of the parliament. It's an outside incident.
Yes.
Why she should take the action?
I would like to counter this.
Yes.
Mr. Tare, please, Mr. Tare, let me explain to you.
Yes.
Vijay Mallya's tenure was terminated from Rajya Sabha last year. He did not do anything in the precincts of Rajya Sabha or in the parliament. All his acts of misdemeanors were outside, not paying the employees, not repaying loans to the banks, not paying service tax, etc. If his tenure can be terminated, why can his tenure not be terminated? That's the question I would like to ask.
Okay, Jitendra Bhargava believes the action should include termination of membership, but certainly for now he should be grounded, Mr. Gaikwad. Mr. Tare, Jitendra Bhargava, appreciate your joining us. Thank you very much. My take, where do I stand? The Shiv Sena's refusal to act strongly against its Member of Parliament Ravindra Gaikwad should come as no surprise. For almost 5 decades, the party has endorsed the use of violence as a weapon. And yet, for an MP to target an Air India official for simply doing his job and then remaining unapologetic is an act which must rank high in the Sena's Hall of Shame. Even if the party doesn't suspend the MP, the public anger should ensure that Mr. Gaikwad is grounded for life. And news just coming in at the moment that the blacklisted MP has now taken the August Kranti Express. That's right. India Today TV has caught Mr. Gaikwad now in a train. He is at the Sawai Madhopur station in Rajasthan when we got him there on camera. Still defiant. He's saying an FIR doesn't matter. Coming in, the Shiv Sena MP now has decided to travel by train. He cannot travel by plane at the moment, so he can only travel by train at the moment, and he has taken the August Kranti Express on his way back to his home constituencies. The MP, remember, from Osmanabad in Marathwada.
मैं आज तक से हूँ सर, तो कुछ कहना चाहोगे क्या सर? सर FIR हो जोगे सर, कुछ कहना चाहोगे क्या सर? सर कुछ
Be avoiding the media now, refusing to speak after the FIR has been filed. Clearly, Mr. Gaikwad finds himself on the back foot.
मैं आज तक से हूँ सर, तो कुछ कहना चाहोगे क्या सर?
Okay, let's also tell you about a corrigendum that we want to put in at the moment. On the 18th of May 2017, during a debate on Sri Yogi Adityanath becoming UP Chief Minister, a statement about Muslim women and rape was erroneously attributed to Sri Adityanath. The statement as it came forth was made by another man on a stage during an event where Sri Adityanath was present. This is 18th of March, not 18th of May. India Today Television regrets the inadvertent error, as it was never our intention to tarnish the reputation of Sri Adityanath or otherwise offend any person or group.